Now it's looking like a lot of car shoppers are building out cars from the factory, and what I want to experiment with is a new series, a new type of video in which I'm discussing exactly how I build out particular cars to get the best bang for your buck. In this video, I'm going to be building out a BMW X5 and showing you exactly how I'd custom order it from the factory in South Carolina. With BMW in particular, I've got some decent experience ordering cars from both South Carolina and Germany quite a few times. What is happening, guys? Ari here from negotiationguides.com, and by clicking here or the link in the description below, you'll be able to connect with dealerships in your local area so that you can get the very best deal on a new or used car. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, because this whole channel is going to teach you everything you're going to need to know so that you can negotiate your best possible deal. You guys, let's get down to business. I'm going to be building out a BMW X5 xDrive 40i, and what I'm going to do is run through exactly how I'd build it out, colors, wheels, interior, and options, and tell you exactly why I do this versus that. And at the end of the video, I'll run through the lease payment and exactly how close it is to the actual lease payment. You're going to be very, very surprised to find out that BMW's lease payment estimator is actually pretty accurate. Now, the typical turnaround time you're going to see is between 3 to 5 months on BMW X products, depending on how busy of a dealership you're ordering from, or if the dealership that you're ordering from is honoring an MSRP deal for quite a few customers. You may find that other dealerships have quicker turnaround times, but they may actually be charging you more on top of the MSRP. If you're getting a turnaround time between 3 to 5 months, it's a decent turnaround time given the current circumstances. Factor, if you're going to be buying the X5, you don't want to go too crazy with color combinations, strange color combinations, and you don't want to go too cheap on the options. Resale value on the X5 factors in a lot of things, like if you got a simple color like white or black, or if you got an X5 in New England without a heated steering wheel. Believe it or not, this has become a deal breaker for a lot of people. Now, starting off the build, BMW gives you the option of choosing between X-Line or M Sport. Me personally, I love M Sport, so I'm choosing M Sport. However, X-Line is definitely very, very nice to look at. It gives you that classic BMW look. Definitely do not get M Sport if you don't appreciate the very aggressive styling that BMW typically offers with their M models, and choose X-Line if you're looking for something a little bit more conservative. Now, believe it or not, every single BMW I've ever had has either been black or white. However, for this one, there's a particular gray that BMW has, Arctic Gray, that's available on the X5, which is very, very pretty. I would definitely get that. Now, in terms of which white or black, typically, I shoot for Alpine White, and when it's available, I love Jet Black. However, Jet Black is only available on the X-Line for the X5. You're forced to get Black Sapphire or Carbon Black. Black Sapphire would probably be my pick if you're looking for the M Sport, or if you're looking for something that's a little bit more metallic. Carbon Black has sort of like a purple hue to the actual paint. Now, when you get the X-Line, you get 19-inch wheels standard, and the 19-inch wheels in New England are absolutely perfect for the snow and for the potholes, and they actually come with a very, very thick side profile, which makes parking a whole lot easier because you don't have to really worry about scratching the wheels on the curbs. This is a huge issue in New England. If you're getting the M Sport, you're automatically choosing 20-inch wheels, and you have options up to 22-inch wheels. I would definitely encourage you to stay at the 20-inch mark because it's going to be very, very comfortable, and it's going to produce the least amount of noise. If you're in New England, those 20-inch wheels will give you bubbles in the tires, and you'll likely see that you're going to need replacement tires every few months if you're slamming into potholes left and right. Now, going into the interior, you guys, you have 3 different leather options, or I should say the first option is a synthetic leather. Sensitech is a man-made type of leather. You're only given 2 color options, though. You're either given black or beige, and with the M Sport, you don't even have Sensitech as an option. If you're getting the X-Line and you're looking to save a little bit of money, get Sensitech, because you really won't be able to tell the difference between the next one up, which is the Vernasca leather. Now, because I'm not looking for a premium leather, Vernasca is going to be my choice, and Cognac is the way that I'm going to go with this X5 because it's absolutely sexy with that gray that we're choosing for the exterior. It goes well with white, it goes well with black, it goes well with most of my outfits, quite frankly, so I'm choosing Cognac for the interior. I really wouldn't get any other color on the X5 except for black. And if you're into the white on black sort of marble look, try and shoot for either white or black for the exterior, because it's just a strange color combination when you get, let's say, bronze or you get green. It's just really tacky any other way. Now let's talk about packages and options, you guys. BMW is pretty much forcing in premium package to all the X5s, given the fact that any option that you choose will likely have you choose premium package. I would get premium package anyway, strictly for the fact that the premium package has the remote engine starter. Parking assistance package, hands down, add it to the BMW order. For $800, you're getting a BMW that basically parks itself and has a 3D view camera. This camera will show you the whole car, and it'll show you the car from basically an outside perspective. You can spin the thing and see exactly what's around it. A very, very cool feature for $800, including the parking that it's doing for you. I would really only get the climate comfort package if you really would love so that the armrests are heated and the rear seats are heated. Pretty much all the surfaces are heated. Otherwise, heated seats are standard in the X5, and you're being forced to get the 4-zone climate control by selecting premium package anyway. And you could order a la carte a heated steering wheel from the factory for an additional $250. Now, depending on where you live, luxury seating package may or may not be a good idea. If you're looking for ventilated seats, definitely order it with luxury seating package, because resale value will be affected by you not having ventilated seats in your X5, especially if you're in Florida or say like Arizona or Texas or California, where a lot of you are commuting, especially in business attire. You'll likely be sweating in those seats. The next major package that you want to consider if you want the car to be partially operating on its own, or if you live in a trafficy area where you're doing a lot of commuting and you want the car to do the whole stop and go for you, change lanes for you, that's going to come in the driving assistance professional package. However, I do need to say a lot of the safety features that you may have heard of come standard on the X5. The emergency braking that you're typically used to on a lot of these cars. Really, the thing that you're missing by not getting this package is that the vehicle will not be controlling your speed for you, and it won't be changing lanes for you as well. All right, so some a la carte options I would definitely throw into this X5. Space Saver Spare is a must if you're getting the M Sport package. If you're going on a road trip and you had a pre-existing bubble, or you get a flat tire and you're headed somewhere that the local dealership is say like 50 miles or 100 miles away, it could really screw up your trip. Next option would be the trailer hitch. Now get this if you're buying the car 100%, but if you're leasing and you're not going to be doing anything with the car, I guess it's kind of a stupid spend of $550. However, if you're thinking to yourself, you may use a trailer hitch at some point, installing it after the fact is not very easy, and it's very expensive. Now I've got the wireless charger in my car, and most of the time I'm using the cable to charge my iPhone, because my iPhone charges way faster on the cable than it does with the wireless. So I think for right now, it's kind of a waste of money. But I guess if you're into that kind of stuff, add it in. Now, this is especially important if you're getting the M Sport package. By getting extended shadow line trim and red brake calipers, you're making the car just that more aggressive looking. This is going to black out any sort of trim that's not already black with the M Sport package, and it's going to give you red brake calipers, which just makes the car very sexy to look at. The total price of the car with destination and handling is $73,245, and I want to jump on over to the payment estimator section, where the lease payment is actually coming out very close to the finance payment. You might be wondering to yourself, is this real? This is real. This is an actual lease payment that you'll calculate back if you plug in the MSRP and plug in the money factor and plug in the residual. This is the lease payment that should calculate back. The one difference, the one caveat to this whole thing is that this finance payment that you're looking at assumes that you're paying taxes and fees down. So let's say in Massachusetts, you got $5,000 just in taxes you've got to throw into the deal to make it this payment. Yet on the lease payment, you don't have to put that much down because you're paying tax on top of the lease payment. So really, in essence, this lease payment and this finance payment is not taking into account taxes and fees, And what I want to caution you on is okay, if you manage to get the car at MSRP, but the lease payment isn't even coming close to this lease payment, it's coming out more than this, there's another aspect of the deal that you may not actually be seeing listed off on most of these lease disclosures. That's the money factor on the lease. The money factor on the lease is the interest rate on the lease, and typically dealers play with this. They play around with it so that they can gain additional profit from charging you more interest on the lease. So say for instance, you were able to get the dealership to agree to MSRP, or they go as far as saying we're giving you a discount, but the lease payment is well above whatever BMW is quoting on this page. It's likely that they're charging you way more interest than what's necessary, and you're being charged way more than the actual buy rate money factor. Now, the third option listed off is BMW Select, which I really typically don't encourage people to do unless they really, really want the car. They're chasing after the lowest possible lease payment. At the end of those 5 years that you're financing the car, you are liable for a balloon amount. In this case, it's right above $18,000. So you got to be prepared for after you're done with the 5 years, you're not done just yet. Now, again, you guys, I do want to encourage you to build out your X5 and blast out the build to a bunch of different dealerships. Hopefully you can get them to agree to a lower lease payment than what's being listed here on the BMW lease payment estimator, and hopefully they charge you MSRP for it if you're looking to buy it. Again, you guys, by clicking here or the link in the description below, you'll be able to shop local dealers for new and used vehicle pricing. And if you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.